Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late August 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today, my friends. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business here and start you off with an oracle card. See what the spirits have for Aries here in late August. Hope you're all doing fantastic, my friends. Let's shuffle it up, my gods. What do we got for Aries here in late August as the seasons begin to change? And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full reading itself, and at the very end I'll pull you a bonus card with the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on. But let's get this first card out here. What's up with Aries, please, my gods and spirit team? That was weird, like 3 cards almost popped out, but then they went back in. Okay, so this is a very deep card. Yes, we have that big golden clock, so time is a big factor here, but there's a lot of little sub-symbolism that we need to dissect and take a look at. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, I would like you to do some research on carnelian. It's an awesome crystal. It works very well for Aries. Acquire one and then do some crystal healing on that like button, my friends. You know I appreciate you. But into the reading we go. Enough of all that. Enough of the plugs. You see this lovely lady here. She has that big golden clock hanging above her head. We have that bird. We have letters. So yes, we could speak of communication, talking, getting your point across, whether you reaching out to somebody, somebody reaching out to you could be a theme. But whenever I see time in a prominent position on a card, it just says whatever you're dealing with might involve time in some way. Whether you're waiting on something, whether time is dragging. Some people even experience time as if it's speeding up, like a snowball going down a hill. So like, where have the days gone? Where have the years gone? It's already almost September, one of those. So you might be going through situations that heavily involve the passage of time, however it fits for you. But there are big communication subtones here. So let's put that down. We'll get into tarot now. I'll get you 3 cards in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. And as I always say, this first card is just a little footnote. It doesn't make or break the reading. Shuffle it up one time now. What do we have for the lovely Aries collective in late August, my guides? So, for about the past month, we've had a string of very positive readings for Aries, except last week there was a bit of a dicey, high-strung type of energy. Last week's reading was titled They Are Nervous, and you know I keep my titles very simplistic, so either you might have been high-strung or there's someone you might have been very connected to that was like in that headspace, very nervous, anxious. You get what I mean. But we'll see what we have this week. Because as I always say, energy is super fluid. Nothing is ever set in stone. So you take this how it hits for you, because this could be your energy or people in your sphere of influence. Let's get 3 out here though. What do we got for Aries? Okay, so we have the Hierophant in position number 1. That is a very stable force, but it's a very powerful card as well. The Clarifier will really tell the tale, because that is an extremely in-depth card, and it seems like thus far we've been getting a lot of depth in this reading so far. Pardon me. In position number 2, we do have the Page of Swords. Let's get one more out here, because that could represent a person. Okay, we have the 2 of Pentacles on the back end. So we do have this grounding force here, Aries, double earth energy showing up in this spread, which at first glance, it looks good. Nothing's really jumping out as treacherous to me thus far, but of course we have to clarify. Now we'll go through it real quick. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get that juicy intuitive stuff. But position number 1, the Hierophant. For some of you, it could represent a Taurus in your life, okay? Once again, very in-depth, lots of layers to this card. So when I see a lot of complex cards, a lot of you might be in complex situations or going through a lot of things, a lot of energies affecting you. But if this isn't a Taurus in your life, it's very sturdy, very stable, extremely immovable, which can be good. The Hierophant also represents power structures, corporations, churches, things like that, day-to-day life, monotony. In its worst sense, it could be someone that's extremely stubborn. And the Hierophant is also a signifier of marriage or long-lasting relationships. So we're really going to want to see what this energy is about when we clarify. In the center, we do have the Page of Swords. Could be an air sign in your life. So Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Could represent a child or someone with an age difference when we have a page. And I always say all pages are messengers, right? All pages are communicators, and I just want to bring your attention back to what we were seeing in the Oracle card. So communication, speaking, that could be a big theme within this whole reading overall. This page is called the Spy of the Tarot deck, so you might be analyzing somebody might be analyzing you, keeping eyes on. This is a bit of a defensive type of energy, but once again, it is a communicator and a student, so you might be wanting to learn new things, do new ventures. It's not a bad energy by any means. Now, on the back end here, we do have the Two of Pentacles. So like I said, we have this earthy grounding force at the extreme ends of the spread, which is good. All twos in tarot do represent choices, decisions, being at a crossroads in life. Do I go left? Do I go right? Twos also represent partnerships. When I see the Two of Pentacles, I do think of money situations, work situations that could be very prominent in this time. This is a harmonious type of card, though. Okay, I do see this similar to like Libra energy, even though it's an earth thing. Makes sense with the Page of Swords as well. So if some of you are attached to Libra, they're showing up here in this spread. But the Two of Pentacles, extremely harmonious, very balanced, something finding a state of stability. So this could be good, and it could also be influxes of money or a good work situation. So we're really going to want to dive deeper on all this, Aries. Let's do that. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for the Aries Collective. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for the Aries Collective? And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on this Hierophant. And as always, if you read tarot yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If you're feeling any energies off this spread, please feel free to share it down below. I don't mind. All right, Hierophant time. What do we got here for Aries in that Hierophant? Could be something really good coming in. And depending on the clarifier, it could be upheaval. No. All right, a lot of you could either be seeking or stepping into some sort of role of authority or really taking control of your life in some sort of way. We have the Emperor in the upright underneath this Hierophant. These are two big authority figures. So for some of you, you could be in the mode where you're just taking full control, stepping into your power, knowing what you can control, knowing what you can't. This is very entrepreneurial and shot calling here. So some of you, there could be things going on right now that have long-lasting implications. So know this, okay? Even though the Hierophant is very firm, so is the Emperor, so to speak. These are long-lasting, not like fly-by-night, spark in a pan type of energy. So whatever it is you're dealing with right now could have very long-lasting implications. So just know that, okay? But a lot of you, this is stepping into some sort of power role or really recognizing your good qualities and how powerful you truly are. This is good, okay? I feel like this is good. It's stabilizing. So if things have been a little rough, a little chaotic for you, this is like, all right, yeah, you know, I know what I'm doing. I know what I got. This is good. We're going to keep moving over to that Page of Swords, though. Because remember, multiple things could pop up in these spreads. If some of you are connected to the Taurus, like I said, this Emperor-Taurus combination could represent a very strong bond. We're going to go in on this Page of Swords. Why is this Page of Swords here? Okay. Yeah, we have the Five of Pentacles underneath. This could be somebody you're connected to that is feeling a bit lonesome, feeling thrown out in the cold. Possible feelings of abandonment are being thrown around here. So hopefully there's not somebody that's feeling a bit starved for your attention in some kind of way. That's a vibe I'm catching here. But for another portion of you, in regards to conversations or speaking, you might need to tell somebody about your dissatisfaction. I'm getting the vibe here of someone possibly being a little disgruntled, a little mad. Okay, with this Page of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, if you look in the box, you'll see that imagery here. Like somebody's not too happy, somebody's a little bit salty. And for another portion of you, this could be some sort of serious talk that needs to be had. Like if you're not happy with something or someone, this could be you wanting to express that. Okay, but it just gave me that whole flood of different things. We'll go over it once again towards the recap, but serious talk, possibly somebody being disgruntled or upset, feeling lonely or abandoned. For sure. So let's go in on that Two of Pentacles. Interesting stuff there. And when that Five of Pentacles came out, it was giving me like a flood. Whole flood of different things. So let's see what's up with that too. Then we'll do the recap before we get into the shadow card. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? And the deck is being specific now. There we go. Thank you. Beautiful. Yeah, Aries, this is good. This is representative of some possible wish come true, whether that be a dream job, whether that be a dream situation, whether that be you working towards it. Some of you could be like, if you're in the middle of making some sort of big choice, like the chances are you're going to make the right choice. You're going to make the right move, or you're on the right path here. This feels good. Two of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. It doesn't get much better than that. So a lot of you could be, once again, like we've been seeing the past month, the energy of a wish come true, whether big or small, a big victory, win or triumph here in the end, right? Like this could be something paying off for you in the end, which is good. Okay, so yes, we do have that stable force on both ends, but that middle is a little bit of disgruntledness, but it doesn't really matter. Nothing's going to derail your happiness here. Okay, so you might be in that mode like, all right, nobody or nothing is going to get in the way of my happiness when we have an alignment like this. It feels good. And for another portion of you, could be a big influx of money. Let's go through and do a quick recap here, because I'm liking the energy overall, Aries. Then we'll get into the shadow card, of course. Pardon me. If you kindly look in the box, I have a bit of a frog in my throat. In position number 1, we have the Hierophant with the Emperor in the upright. Big signifiers of you coming into a state of stability. Like I said, these are big authority figures. So you might be stepping into some sort of role or authority, or you could be like really putting your foot down, taking control of your life, stepping into your power and knowing the good attributes you have to offer. It's very entrepreneurial, and things you're going through right now could have long-lasting implications. Just know that. Like what you're sowing right now, you could reap years down the line. In the center, we have the Page of Swords with the Five of Pentacles in the upright. This is the only dicey thing that makes this reading a mixed bag. So for some of you, this could be someone you're linked to that is feeling very lonely. They might be feeling abandoned or starved for your attention. Another vibe I was picking up here for sure is someone being a little bit disgruntled, a little bitter, a little mad or angry. So just beware of that. But for another portion of you, you might need to have a serious, stern talk with somebody. If you're a little disgruntled, if you're not really happy with the way things are going right now, you might need to air that out. Moving to the very back end, we got the Two of Pentacles with the Nine of Cups in the upright. Absolutely beautiful, possible wish come true energy. Very stable, things going well, things going good. Big victory, winner, triumph energy on the back end. Things paying off in the end. So beautiful energy overall. We do have that little diciness in the center. Please take a screenshot if you'd like to look into that further. A lot of you could come into some big money here, but we're going to get you a shadow card just to tie this reading together here. What do we got for Aries, please? Guides and Spirit Team, what's going on? And yes, if you're new around here, I like to end off every reading with a shadow card because it's good to look at the inverse, especially when we get highly positive energies. Nothing wrong with a bit of shadow work, right? For showing us something that might not be visible or seen. Okay. All right, we do have the Death card. Don't be nervous about that. Don't be afraid of it. It's very transformational. Now, the Death card could represent a Scorpio, right? That may have left some sort of scar on you. Death is also an extremely karmic type of card. So for some of you, you could be paying karmic debts, okay? Whether it's something you've done in your past, whether it's something you've done in a past life, you might be on a karmic mission of some sort. But if this isn't karmic, if this isn't Scorpio type of energy, death does talk about the cycles of life, okay? The ups, the downs, the beginnings, the ends. This is somebody struggling to remake themselves in some kind of way. So hopefully in this time, you're not feeling like you're in a place of limbo or treading water, because that could possibly be it. But just know life is all about the ebbs and flows when death shows up in the shadows. Watch out for paranormal activity as well with this card. But yeah, my friends, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the August subscriber surprise. For the August subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of Dreams. It's one of my favorites. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things as always. My friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which tarot suit you think is the most positive, whether it's Cups, Pentacles, Swords, Wands. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. As usual, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.